Good morning, dear students. Let us start with our new lesson from Unit 2, 2.4 on page number 39, the fall of Troy. Come to page number 70. Now, let me give you some introduction about this lesson. What is this lesson related about? Now, this is a story from the Allied which tells us about the prosperity of Troy. Troy is one of the city, and the war between the Trojans and the Greek is explained in this lesson. Now, as you know that in Indian literature we go back to the stories from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So in the literature of Western countries, they go back to the Iliad and the Odyssey, just as children all over the India knows the names of the stories of Ram and Sita, Yudhishthir and Arjuna, and Draupadi. So children in the Western countries, they also know the name of Hector and Odyssey and Achilles and Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world, because of whom the Greek and the Trojans fought a war for a period of 10 long years. Helen, the wife of Greek king Menelaus, the Greek wanted revenge and they fought with the Trojans for 10 long years. Finally, by using a trick, the Greek managed to attack and destroy Troy, which had until then been well protected by a thick wall. So, this was what the introduction I had given you. Now, let us start with the explanation of the lesson. As this lesson is very interested, I told you in Indian literature, all the small kids of Indian, they know the name of the character who were there in Ramayana and Mahabharata. Same way, in Western countries, this literature's allied, it is famous, as I explained. So, let us start this very interesting lesson. This lesson is divided into part. So, this is the part 1. 2 parts are there, and this is the first part. Epics are long poems that relate the deeds of a great national hero or a great national war. Now, epic is what? It is a long poem, okay, and which is related to what? That is related to the deeds of a great national hero. So in that poem, what deeds, what the hero has done, national hero has done, that is written in that poem. So that is known as epics, okay. And great national war, even the poems are written for great national war. As you know, you had studied in history about the oral sources. So epics, poems, literatures, so whatever it is in written form or orally they sing, that is what? That is the thing which is described about a valor of any of the national hero, that is known as epics, okay. They often tell of a nation's early history. Now in this epics, what they tell about the nation's early history, what was happened before. They may be composed and sung or recited for many years before they are actually written down. Now what it is said, that when it is composed, when it is written by someone, the poem has written by someone, they actually they sing that poem, recite for many years, for long many years they recite that poem. And why they recite? Because that poem has not been noted down, that is not had been written down. So actually before writing, they sung and make that poem or that epic popular, okay. The two famous Sanskrit epics are the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Now I said, now these are also epics. of Indian literature. That is what? The Ramayana and Mahabharata, and the two great epics of European literature. And there are two great epics of European literature also, written in ancient Greek, and it is written in which language? Ancient Greek language. Okay, are the Iliad and the Odyssey. Okay, these are the two epics in European country, and in India the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Okay, just as in Indian literature we go back to the stories from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, so in the literature of Western countries they go back to Iliad and the Odyssey. Just as children all over the India know the names of the stories of Ram and Sita, Yudhishthir and Arjuna and Draupadi, so the children in Western country knows the name of Hector and Odyssey and Achilles and Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world, because of whom Greek and Trojan fought for 10 long years. As I said you in the instruction only, in the introduction only, that as we all Indian children knows the characters of Ramayana and Mahabharata, same way the epics of the Iliad and Odyssey, the children from European countries, Western countries, they know the characters what are mentioned over here. Hector, Odyssey, Achilles and Helen. She was a beautiful woman of the world, and because of her the 10 years long the fight was there, the war was there. Okay, nobody knows for certain who the author of these early epics is. Now what here it is said that nobody knows who has written this epic. Okay, author, they don't know. It is thought that they arose and developed with the nation itself. Now what it is said that this epics has arose from the nation and it has developed itself only. Okay, and were handed down from singer to singer till perhaps one great poet gave them their final form, and small singers or poets, they had written it and they had hand over to one singer to another singer. So it was what, first it was only oral source, and then one of the poet has wrote it, and that poet had gave that epics a final form. Okay, it is believed that the Iliad and the Odyssey were composed and recited by a blind poet named Homer. Now everyone says, it is believed that no one knows properly, but everyone believes, someone has said that this epics has written by one of the blind poet, and what is his name? His name was Homer, who lived about 900 BC and who wandered from one Greek city or village to another. Now what he is telling that this poet from 900 BCE, he lived from 900 BCE, and he used to wander from one Greek city to the other village, from village to other village, singing his poem to all who would receive him in their homes and give him hospitality. Now whenever this poet goes to one city to another city, one village to another village, the people who used to keep him and who gives him hospitality, he used to sit over there and he used to sing this epics. Okay, this wandering singer has been honored through the ages, not only in Greece but all Europe, as father of European poetry. Now this wandering singer, who is that Homer, what he used to do, has been honored through the ages, from many times, from many ancient years he had been honored, and he was not only honored in Greece but also in Europe. Okay, all in Europe, as the father of European poetry, and he was known as the father of European poetry. The Iliad is the story of Ilium or Troy, a rich trading city in Asia Minor near the narrow sea that leads from Aegean to the Black Sea. Now this is a story of Iliad is the story of Ilium or Troy. Troy is one of the city and a rich trading city. It was a rich trading city in Asia. Okay, Minor near the narrow sea that leads from, and it was near the sea. Okay, and it leads from the Aegean to the Black Sea. It started from Aegean till Black Sea. Okay, it was well situated, and it was well situated both for commerce and agriculture. It was good in commerce also and for agriculture also. Okay, in front of the city was the sea over which sailed the ship of Troy. Now, as it was situated near the Black Sea, so there was what in front of the city was the sea over which sailed the ship, and in that sea there was lot of ships sailing from the Troy carrying goods and grains, and in that ship lot of grains and goods were carried. At the back rose the high peak of Mount Ida, from which flowed many rivers and streams. Now, at the back rose the high peak. Now, backside of the city. In front, it was what? There was sea, okay? And backside, there was what? There was a big peak, high peak. High peak means big mountain. And what was the name of that mountain? Ida, okay? From which flowed many rivers and streams, and from that mountain there were many rivers and streams were flowing. The valley among the hills were well watered and fertile. Now the area near that mountain was what? It was well watered. Water was there and the land was very fertile, with corn growing in fertile fields and cattle feeding on the rich grass of the meadows, while sheep fed on the slopes of the hill. Now, as I said first only, that on the Mount Ida there was rivers and streams flowing from that, so the land was very fertile. If the land is fertile, you can do good agriculture. So what was the crops grown over there? Corn, okay, growing in fertile field and cattle feeding on the rich grass of the meadows, as there was meadows, that is fields, so many grass was there. So cattle, cows, buffaloes, all the cattle used to feed there, and even in a while sheep fed on the slopes of the hill. Ships were taken on the slopes of the hill of Mount Ida, okay. Round their city the Trojan had built a strong wall, so that no enemy should attack from them from the sea. Now, as there was a city of Trojan had built, they had built what? A strong wall near their city, out covering the city inside. See, I'll show you. See in this diagram. See, this was a round wall, okay. Here the city was there, village was inside this, and here in the front there was what? Sea, and here backside there was mountain, okay, Mount Ida, okay, and this is the Troy, and this was a big wall, and this was a sea, okay, you understood? So inside the city was there, this circle, this is what? It is a big wall, okay, and backside of this city there was a big mountain, Mount Ida, and here the sea was there, okay. So what the people round their city, the Trojan had built a strong wall so that enemy should not attack them from the sea. So this wall was built by the enemy should not come from this sea and attack this city, okay. So strong wall was built. The wall was so broad that people could stand and sit and walk on it. See, now this wall, what I said, this is a wall, so it was so broad, it was so broad that people can walk on it, sit on it and stand on it, okay. The wall was so broad that people could stand and sit and walk on it. The great gate stood open, and people could go to the seashore outside and come in as they pleased. Now here near the sea there was, in this wall there was one door, okay, from where the people used to go to the sea. They used to wander over there, and whenever they want to come inside, they used to come from here, okay. So this was a gate for this wall. So the great gates stood open, and people could go to the seashore outside and come in as they pleased. But in time of war the gates would be closed, and then the city was like a strong fortress, quite safe from all attacks. Now during the war time, the gate they used to close. When the gate used to be closed, this city or this wall used to what? Protect them, protect the persons who were living inside the city. And it was like what? It was like a fort. It was quite safe. Okay, see. By the time of war, the gates could be closed and the city was like a strong fortress, quite safe from all attacks, protected by the walls surrounding it as well as by the hills behind. Because of these walls also, and even the hill which was behind the city. Okay, the Trove was a strong city, strongly protected by its wall and strongly defended by its brave soldier. Now, as the city was very strong because of two reasons. One was what? Mountain, and one was the strong wall, and the third was the knights or the soldiers who used to fight. So it was strong and protected due to them. Okay, by its brave soldier. But all the kings and heroes of Greeks had declared a war against the Trojans. Now, all the kings and the heroes of Greece, they had what? They had declared a war against the Trojan. Trojan means this city, okay? Because Paris, a prince of Troy, had persuaded Helen. Now, who was the king of Trojan? Paris. He was a prince of Troy. He was a prince of this city, and he had persuaded Helen, wife of a Greek king Menelaus, to elope with him. Now, what it is said? Why the war has started? The war has started because the king or the prince of Trojan. What was his name? His name was Paris. He had brought the princess of whose King Menelaus. She was the princess of King Menelaus. So he had brought, the Paris had brought him and married to him. Elope. What is the meaning of elope? Elope means run away secretly in order to get married. Okay, elope means to run away secretly to get married. So see here, because Paris, a prince of a Troy, had persuaded Helen, wife of Greek king. She was already a wife of what? Greek king Menelaus, to elope with him, and this king had eloped with him. Elope means he took away and ran away secretly to marry whom? To marry Helen. He had brought her to Troy, and Paris has brought that Helen where? To Troy. The Greek wanted to take revenge on Troy for the wrong done to Menelaus. Now the Greek, they were what? They were thinking that we want to take a revenge. For whom? For this Queen Helen. Okay. They sailed to Troy and laid a siege to the city. Now the Greek what? They came from the sea and they had laid one plan to what? To destroy the city of Troy. The Trojan too fought hard, and the siege continued for 10 long years, as the Trojan was what? Very tough. So they also started fighting, and this fight was for how many years? 10 years old. Okay, 10 years long. The fighting went on daily, but the siege did not end. The fighting was every day, there was a fighting, but the siege did not end. Means the city was not destroyed. On the other hand, the Greek could not take the city, and on the other hand, the Trojan could not force them to sail away. Now, the fighting was continuing, the war was continuing, but Trojan could not take the city in their hand, and even the Greek could not take the city in their hand, and Trojan could not make them sail again to their place. Okay, Trojan could not force them to sail away. Every day the Trojan came out of their gates, and the Greeks came out of their tents and ships, and the fighting went on every day. As first, you had seen the epics also about Ramayana and Mahabharata. The war used to start after the sunrise, and it should end before the sunset. At night time they used to rest, and again in next morning they used to what? Start fighting. So same way every day what they used to do, that Trojan used to come out of the gate and the Greek used to come out of their tent, and they start fighting, and this went on for 10 years long. Okay, Sometimes there were great battles between the two armies. Sometimes there were a single fight between the two great heroes. Sometimes the Trojan had the better of it and sometimes the Greek. But still the fighting went on. Now, what it is said, every day the new thing would happen, and sometime who used to be on the great side, sometimes Trojans and sometimes Greek. Okay, great heroes on both sides were killed in the course of the war. Now the great heroes who were there, they were killed, okay, in the war. After leading the defense of his city for 9 years. Now after leading the defense means he Paris has defended his city for how many years? 9 years. The brave Hector was at last killed by Achilles. Now, the brave Hector was killed by whom? Achilles, whom none could resist, who was not resisted. Okay, but Achilles himself was killed later on by a poison arrow that entered his heel, the only part of his body where he could be wounded. Now, what it is said, Hector was killed by Achilles, but Achilles was also killed later on by a poisonous arrow, and that arrow was stuck where? In his heel. Okay, that is the part of your feet. And that was only the part where the arrow could wound the Achilles. Okay, still later Paris himself was killed also by a poisonous arrow, and later even the Prince Paris was killed, okay, by a poison arrow. The the Trojans were tired of being shut up in their city. Now the Trojans were also tired. Why? Because of this everyday war. Okay, and the Greeks were longing to see their homes again, but still the fighting went. Now the Greeks, they had left their city and they had come to fight over here with the Trojans. So they, all the soldiers from the Greek also, they were also longing means they were also waiting to see their families. Okay, they were also feeling that we should go to our home and see our families, but still the fighting went on. But then also the fighting was going on. So this is the end of our part 1. In next video we will see part 2. I hope you have understood the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.